While this discussion, we observe that some of the important silent features of Indian Constitution are: number one, it is world lengthiest constitution. Number two, it has a fundamental right provision. Number three, has a fundamental duties provision. It has a provision for directive principle of state policy. Number four, by the constitution we will decide the form of governance is sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, and republic. Number five, it has a provision of single citizenship, and we have a provision of parliamentary form of government by the constitution, and we have a federal form of constitution. So these are the some prominent features which we are discussing. Again, by that discussion, we observed that two of the important features, that is a parliamentary form of government and federal form of constitution, is important for our discussion for this topic, because other silent features we will discuss time to time while discussing in another topic, because we have a separate topic of fundamental right, we have a separate topic of directive principle of state policy, we have a separate topic of fundamental duty. So these features we will discuss in detail while discussing these topics. But here, under this topic, silent feature of constitution, we are concentrate on two important features, that is parliamentary form of government and federal form of constitution. So while discussing the parliamentary form of government, we concluded that in order to decide whether any form of government is a parliamentary form of government or not, we need to take into consideration four important points. The first is, in parliamentary form of government, the formal head is a president, but real head is a prime minister and their council of ministers. Means the real executive powers lies on prime minister and council of ministers so far as parliamentary form of government is concerned. Number two, this form of government is known as responsible form of government in the sense that prime minister and their council of ministers are responsible towards the Lok Sabha or house of the people, so that they can question in house of the people. And last, we will discuss that in parliamentary form of government, only those who are the member of house can be a minister. Beside this, we also compare this parliamentary form of government with presidential form of government and try to find out some merits and demerits of these form of government. And we can conclude lastly that why the parliamentary form of government is to be adopted by our constitutional framer as a form of government. So up to that, the thing is to be get clear to you all. Now we are moving further, and that is a federal form of constitution. As our form of government is parliamentary form of government, and our form of constitution is federal form of constitution. So when we are referring parliamentary form of government, we are talking in respect our form of government at both level, union level, at central level. We have a parliamentary form of government, and when we refer the term federation or federal, so here we refer the form of कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. तो एक में हम लोग गवर्नेंस के फॉर्म के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, और जब हम लोग फेडरल वर्ड बोल रहे हैं तो यू नीड टू अंडरस्टूड दैट our form of constitution, once we are using constitution form of constitution, then we can use this word federal. So here we are sharing some important thing in respect of federal form of government. So kindly confirm कि ये आपको शेयर हो रहा है या नहीं. Then we will discuss about the federal form of constitution. Is it visible to you all now? Visible
Yes,
है?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, in last of the topic silent feature of constitution, we are here concerned with the federal form of constitution. So our form of constitution is a federal. However, this is a debated topic, or you can say it is still an open question whether our form of constitution is a federal or not. In all around the world, regarding it, we are just pointing out that in all around the world, the constitution may be either federal constitution or a unitary constitution. पूरे विश्व में हम लोग क्या देखते हैं कि दो तरह के कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन होते हैं, या तो वो फेडरल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन होते हैं या तो फिर यूनिटरी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन होते हैं. In all around the world, the form of constitution is to be divided into two parts. The first is unitary constitution and the second is a federal constitution. In unitary constitution here means where by the constitution there is a two set of government. One government is at union level and another government is at state level, or you can say provincial level. But the center of power is on the union level. In unitary constitution, we have a two set of government. First is union government and state government. But the state government is subordinate to the union government. It is always remember, in unitary form of constitution, the state government is a subordinate to the union government. So what does here subordinate mean? Means state government is always at the will of union government. If state government want to do anything, they need to follow the instruction of the union government. One who is a subordinate of another. Subordinate always refers that a person who follows the instruction of his superior. So here in unitary constitution, there is a two set of government at union level and government at state level, but government at state level is subordinate to the union government. But in federal constitution, here also you can notice that the government is at two levels, union level and state level. But both government are independent in their own spheres. Means both government has some individual thing to do, and they are not treated to be subordinate to each other. Means state government is not treated to be subordinate to other. So what are the main things which creates a difference between unitary constitution and federal constitution? Subordination. So how can you identify that this is a federal constitution or this is a unitary constitution? On the basis of this subordination. In unitary constitution is those constitutions where the state government is a subordinate to the union government. But in federal constitution are those constitutions where the state is not subordinate to the union, but they are independent in their own sphere and they have their own individuality. So this is the main thing on the basis of which you can make a difference between federal constitution and unitary constitution. So now, once we appreciate the meaning of the federal constitution, our today's topic of discussion is whether the Indian constitution is a federal constitution or not. In this regard, we have an argument in respect of for also, an argument in respect of against also. So what is your view? So I am taking just your view by stop sharing the slide and coming to the meeting. So would you appreciate the meaning of federal constitution and unitary constitution? Is there any doubt which constitution is called federal constitution and which constitution is called unitary constitution? Would you rightly appreciate? Are you able to appreciate the meaning? Yes, anybody else? Please reply promptly. Mansi,
यस सर।
हाँ मानसी,
सर यूनिटरी में जो पावर रहता है वो सेंट्रलाइज्ड रहता है, एक गवर्नमेंट के ऊपर रहता है, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के पास ज़्यादा पावर रहता है, और फेडरल में जो पावर रहता है वो इक्वल रहता है, सेंट्रल और
हाँ
स्टेट का
मतलब
पावर इक्वली
हाँ
डिवाइडेड रहता है।
हाँ इक्वल मतलब इस सेंस में नहीं समझेंगे मानसी. It is true that in unitary form of constitution, the power is centralized on union, but the main point of distinction between unitary form of constitution and federal form of constitution is whether there is a subordination or not, whether state government is just working as a subordinate to the union government or they have some independent power. If you will find subordination, then this constitution is called unitary form, and if you will not find subordination in exact term, so this is the federal constitution where the both government are independent in their own sphere. So what is federal constitution? Yes, please.
Sir, in which state has its own independent power?
In which union and state
Yes, sir.
has an independent power?
Yes, sir.
So whether you can start the discussion, whether we will start the discussion whether Indian constitution is a federal constitution or not, with the help of this definition. Because this definition of the federal constitution is to be given by Casey Beare, who was written a book. He is a renowned constitutionalist of America, United States of America, and we have a classical model of federation in America. We observe this United States Federation form of constitution in United States of America because it is a classical example of world that American Constitution is a federal constitution, and this term that in federal constitution both governments are independent in their own sphere, they cannot interfere between their functioning with each other. So these classical definition we will notice as given by Professor Casey Beare. The name is Professor Casey Beare, and he has written a book which is known as a federal government. In his book, the term federal form of constitution is to be defined, and by that definition, we can notice that the federal form of constitution means those constitution by which the government is to be divided at two levels. One government is at union level, and another government is at state level, and both government have their own independent power. So whether the Indian constitution is a federal constitution or not, what is your opinion? Let's discuss on it. What is your opinion, Manisha?
Yes, sir. It is federal.
How the Indian constitution is federal?
Sir, because states and union has its own independent powers.
State and union has its own independent power.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
3 types of government है, local government, state government and central government.
Since here by the constitution the government is to be divided into two parts, na Mansi? It is so. Union level we have a separate government, and state level we have a separate government, so that we have a federal constitution.
And even we have local governments. Yes, sir.
Yeah, local government is another thing. At the state level we have a separate government, and union level we have a separate government. It is so.
Yeah,
The
sir.
Indian
We are, and we
Constitution
have
is a
list
federal.
also.
We have a list also. Okay, list of power,
Yes, sir.
power of the government. Where the list is to be prescribed, Mansi? Where the list of
Sir?
power is to list of power is where the list of power is to be prescribed? कहाँ पे है ये लिस्ट ऑफ पावर
सर लिस्ट ऑफ
कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में?
पावर शेड्यूल बताना है
हाँ हाँ, शेड्यूल ही बताना ना, जहाँ दिया रहेगा वहीं
सर।
तो बताएंगे आप।
सर लिस्ट ऑफ
हाँ,
पावर्स का शेड्यूल सर
7th।
7th शेड्यूल।
हाँ,
हाँ
7th शेड्यूल। So, as we already discussed, in unitary form of constitution, we have also noticed that there is a two set of government at the union level and center level. हम लोग पहले ही डिस्कस कर चुके हैं कि यूनिटरी फॉर्म ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का मतलब ये नहीं है कि वहाँ पे टू फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट नहीं होता है, वहाँ पे भी होता है। तो वी कैन टेक अ क्लासिकल एग्जांपल ऑफ यूनाइटेड किंगडम। ब्रिटेन का हम लोग एग्जांपल लेते हैं। In United Kingdom also, that is a classical example of unitary form of constitution. In Britain, you will observe there is the constitution form is federal, not, but there is a unitary constitution. So there also you will find that in unitary form of constitution there is a two form of government. One is union level and another is provincial level, मतलब state level. तो दोनों ही फॉर्म ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में, चाहे आप यूनिटरी, वेदर यू आर टॉकिंग इन रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ यूनिटरी और यू आर टॉकिंग इन रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ फेडरल, इन बोथ फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट और बोथ फॉर्म ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, यू विल फाइंड द गवर्नमेंट इज एग्जिस्टेड एट टू लेवल। दोनों ही फॉर्म ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में गवर्नमेंट दो लेवल पे होता है, तो इसमें कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है यूनिटरी फॉर्म और फेडरल फॉर्म में। तो अगर सिर्फ गवर्नमेंट दो लेवल पे है या मानसी कह रही है 3 लेवल पे है, तो by that we cannot conclude that the constitution is federal, क्योंकि यूनिटरी फॉर्म में भी गवर्नमेंट दो ही लेवल पे होता है, वहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट में कोई अंतर नहीं है। अंतर क्या है? व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस, मानसी? हाँ
सर सॉरी, हम स्टार्टिंग का पार्ट नहीं सुने थे।
हाँ, मतलब गवर्नमेंट जो है दोनों ही लेवल पे, चाहे आप in all around the world we have a two form of constitution. First is unitary and second is federal. In unitary form of constitution there is a government at two level. In federal form of constitution also the government is at two level. तो गवर्नमेंट दो लेवल पे दोनों ही फॉर्म ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में होती है, क्योंकि एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिवली आप एक बड़े टेरिटरी को अगर आप एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव रूप से कंट्रोल करना चाहते हैं, इफ यू वांट टू कंट्रोल एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिवली, तो गवर्नमेंट कभी भी एक लेवल पे नहीं ना होगी, वो तो हमेशा बहुत सारे लेवल पे होगी। व्हाई वी आर डिवाइडिंग दिस गवर्नमेंट एट वेरियस लेवल इन टू कंट्रोल द थिंग। तो दोनों ही में जो है गवर्नमेंट जो है वो दो लेवल पे होती है, चाहे आप यूनिटरी फॉर्म ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के लिए ले, चाहे आप फेडरल फॉर्म ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को ले, दोनों में गवर्नमेंट जो है इस पे कोई डिस्प्यूट नहीं है। और द क्लासिकल एग्जांपल ऑफ फेडरल फॉर्म ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज यूनाइटेड स्टेट ऑफ अमेरिका, यूनाइटेड किंगडम। दोनों का क्लासिकल एग्जांपल भी क्लियर है और दोनों का मोडालिटीज भी क्लियर है कि इन बोथ form of constitution the government is at two level. इस पे कोई डाउट नहीं रखना है। So how you can decide that this form of constitution is a unitary and this form is a federal? कैसे आप डिसाइड करेंगे? आपको कोई कंट्री का कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन दे दिया गया और कहा कि अब ये बताइए कि बाय दैट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन वेदर व्हाट यू आर योर कंक्लूड whether this constitution is a federal constitution or a unitary constitution. So how you will decide? कैसे डिसाइड करेंगे? हाँ, राखी को बोलना चाहिए। हाँ, कैसे डिसाइड करेंगे?
जो सेंट्रल एंड स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के पावर है उनके पास, उससे डिसाइड करेंगे।
हाँ, दोनों के बीच पावर का डिवीजन है या नहीं है, ये देखेंगे।
और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट अगर सबऑर्डिनेट है तो वो यूनिटरी हो जाएगा। और
हाँ,
अगर इक्वल पावर है, इंडिपेंडेंट है, तो वो फेडरल हो जाएगा।
yes, of course, this word subordination and independence. These two words are very prominent to make a difference between federal and unitary form of constitution. In unitary form of constitution, you are required to observe whether there is a subordination. The state form of government is subordinate to the union or not. If it will appear by the provision of this constitution that state is just working as a subordination to the union, then you can conclude that this form of constitution is a unitary form of constitution, or where the state and union both are working at their independent level. Then you can conclude that this form of constitution is a federal constitution. So this subordination and the word independent makes a difference between this form of constitution. So are you getting my point rightly or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's true. Manika.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now there are 5 prominent characteristics on the basis of which you can decide whether this particular form of government constitution is a federal or unitary. 5 मुख्य तत्व हैं, 5 मुख्य चीज हैं जिसके बेसिस पे आप ये डिसाइड कर सकते हैं कि ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जो है इस कंट्री का वेदर दैट इज अ फेडरल और यूनिटरी, इसके बेसिस पे आप ये डिसाइड कर सकते हैं बाय द 5 पॉइंट्स. Point number 1, whether that constitution is a written constitution or not. So it means in order to decide whether the constitution form is a federal or not, the first characteristic of the federal constitution is this must be a written constitution. Written constitution होना चाहिए. Now the point number two, keeping with the criteria means there must be a written constitution. Written constitution को देखेंगे कि whether the form of constitution is written or not. If by that whether the power is divided between union and center or not. पावर को डिवाइड किया गया है कि नहीं यूनियन और सेंटर्स के बीच में. ना तो वेदर आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज अ रिटन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन और नॉट, पहला कैरेक्टरिस्टिक चेक करिए कि हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन रिटन है या नहीं है.
Yes, sir. Written है.
Yes, sir, है written.
Now the second characteristic you will check whether by that written constitution power is divided between union and state or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, divided है.
Yes, sir. Divided है.
Means the second characteristic भी satisfy हो रहा है कि there we have a division of power. We have a written constitution. We have a division of power. Now the third characteristic is whether there is a division of power with the independence of court or not.
Sir, एक बार repeat कीजिएगा.
Whether we have a independence of court or not.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now the constitution by which the power is divided is a supreme document or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It is supreme.
Yes. It means the first characteristic for any federal constitution is it is a written constitution and that constitution is a supreme document. वो वहाँ पे supreme document की तरह होनी चाहिए. The third is by that there is a division of power. Constitution के द्वारा division of power होना चाहिए and there must be an independent authority of court. Independent authority of court होना चाहिए so that where there is a dispute between union and center, this dispute is to be adjudicated by a separate independent body that is known as judiciary. For that, there must be an independence of judiciary. So by and large, when we examine the characteristic of federal constitution, what we will find? We will find that these characteristics are present in Indian constitution, so that we can conclude that Indian constitution is a federal constitution. चूंकि ये कैरेक्टरिस्टिक प्रेजेंट हैं इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में, इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज अ रिटन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, दैट रिटन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज टू बी रिगार्डेड एज अ सुप्रीम डॉक्यूमेंट. बाय दैट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन द पावर इज डिवाइडेड between union and state, and where there is a dispute between this distribution of power, for that purpose we have a judicial body to adjudicate. So by and large, whether we can decide that since these characteristics are present in our constitution, so that we can call our constitution is a federal constitution. तो ऐसा क्या कंक्लूड कर सकते हैं हम लोग कि चूंकि ये कैरेक्टरिस्टिक वट एवर वी आर टॉकिंग हियर is present in Indian constitution, so that our constitution is a federal constitution. ऐसा कर सकते हैं हम लोग.
Yes, sir.
But the person who defined the term federation, and the name of the person which I told earlier is Professor K.C. Weyerhaeuser, who is a renowned constitutionalist of United States of America. He observed that Indian constitution is not a federal constitution, but it is a quasi-federal constitution. तो जिसने फेडरल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को डिफाइन किया, उस पर्सन ने ही इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को क्या कहा कि ये फेडरल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन नहीं है, रेदर इट इज कॉल्ड अ क्वासी फेडरल. So what is the meaning of quasi-federal? By saying quasi-federal, what the Professor K.C. Weyerhaeuser want to express about the nature of Indian Constitution? क्या कहना चाह रहे थे? तो by this word quasi-federal, the Professor K.C. Weyerhaeuser want to observe, inform it is appear like a unitary federal form. However, there are some features which are federal in nature. मतलब basically the Indian constitution is a unitary constitution, but there are some features which are resemble to the federal one. तो क्वासी फेडरल वर्ड जो है, कभी कभी ये पूछा जाता है कि whether Indian constitution is a quasi federal. So neither I am saying that it is a quasi-federal, nor you are saying that the Indian Constitution is a quasi-federal. It is a Professor K.C. Weyerhaeuser who are saying the Indian Constitution is a quasi-federal. मतलब हम भी नहीं कह रहे हैं और आप भी नहीं कह रहे हैं. कह कौन रहा है? Who remarked that Indian Constitution is a quasi-federal? किसका रिमार्क है?
केसी वेरिका.
केसी वेरिका. तो आप कभी अपने में कंफ्यूज होके मत कहने लगिएगा कि सर इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जो है वो क्वासी फेडरल है. तो इसका मतलब ये हम नहीं समझेंगे कि आप कह रहे हैं या हम कह रहे हैं. ये तो प्रोफेसर केसी वेरिका बहुत पहले कहे और अपने बुक में उन्होंने कहा है कि हाँ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज अ क्वासी फेडरल. तो ऑलवेज टू बी रिमेंबर कि दिस वर्ड quasi-federal in respect of the nature of the Indian Constitution is to be remarked by Professor K.C. Weyerhaeuser, not neither we nor you. ठीक है, हम लोग में से कोई नहीं कह रहा है. Who remarked? Professor K.C. Weyerhaeuser. And by the word quasi-federal, what he want to convey that basically the Indian Constitution is a unitary constitution. Quasi-federal कहने से उन्होंने क्या कहना चाह रहे वो कि बेसिकली इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज अ यूनिटरी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. हाउएवर देयर आर सम फीचर विच आर रिजेंबल टू फेडरल. कुछ ऐसे फीचर हैं जो कि फेडरल हैं, लेकिन बाय एंड लार्ज द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज अ यूनिटरी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. तो क्वासी वर्ड का मतलब क्या होता है? क्वासी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, जैसे आप लोगों ने पढ़ा है. So whenever we use this word quasi with another term, what it means, जैसे quasi contract पढ़े तो क्या मतलब होता है quasi contract का? प्लीज, क्वासी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट का क्या मतलब होता है? आप लोग पढ़े हैं ना क्वासी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट?
सर वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट जो मतलब फीचर्स उसमें कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ही जैसा हो लेकिन वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता नहीं है।
हाँ, तो लाइकवाइज इफ वी अप्लाई द सेम मीनिंग विद दिस टर्म क्वासी फेडरल, तो मतलब कहने का क्या हो गया? इट अपीयर
सर
लाइक अ फेडरल बट
फेड
एग्जैक्टली इट इज नॉट फेडरल।
हाँ सर,
यही ना हुआ?
फेडरलिज्म का फीचर है उसमें लेकिन वो फेडरल नहीं है।
हाँ, मतलब इट अपीयर्स, वो अपीयर हो रहा है फेडरल की तरह, बट वो फेडरल है नहीं। So by the saying quasi-federal, the Professor K.C. Vere exactly remarked about the nature of Indian Constitution with the same meaning. The Indian Constitution appears like a federal, but it is not a federal. It is basically a unitary constitution. So I hope so. The meaning of quasi-federal is to be get clear to you. And who has used the word quasi-federal in respect of Indian Constitution? हमने नहीं यूज किया, आपने भी नहीं किया है। किसने किया? प्रोफेसर केसी वेरे ने किया। केसी वेरे ने किया, और उनका क्वासी फेडरल के कहने से क्या तात्पर्य था? व्हाट ही वांट टू कन्वे, क्या कहना चाह रहे थे? एग्जैक्टली द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज नॉट अ federal constitution, but it appears like a federal, but it predominantly it has a unitary constitution. So whenever quasi-federal term is to be used in the sense of constitution, so what is your answer? कि constitution is a quasi-federal constitution means? अब उसको एक्सप्लेन कर दीजिए, क्या कहना पड़ेगा, मीनिंग क्या होगा उसका? मीनिंग एक्सप्लेन कर दीजिए क्वासी फेडरल का। Basically the constitution is not a federal, but it appears like a federal, and this is a predominant feature of unitary constitution. यही मीनिंग होगा ना उसका?
यस सर।
यस सर।
ठीक है, तो there is another kind of debate whether Indian constitution is a quasi federal constitution. What is your opinion? Some say that Indian constitution is a federal constitution. On the basis of it, we have the 5 important characteristics of the federal constitution is present in the Indian constitution. It has a written one. By the constitution, power is to be divided, and the document which divide the power is regarded as supreme, and there is an independent authority of court to adjudicate a dispute between union and center. So that the constitution is a federal constitution. But there are another opinion, and that opinion is to be referred by Professor K.C. Vere, that no, Indian constitution is not a federal, it is a quasi-federal. It is quasi-federal, and by saying this, he wants to express that basically this is a unitary constitution, however it appeared like a federal one. Means what? The predominant feature in Indian constitution is of unitary constitution, but there are some features which resemble to those of फेडरल वन। तो दो तरह का ओपिनियन हो गया। एक ओपिनियन में कुछ लोग क्या कह रहे हैं कि नहीं नहीं, इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जो है वो फेडरल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, और दूसरा ओपिनियन हो गया जो कि प्रोफेसर केसी वेरे ने कहा, और उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं नहीं, इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जो है वो क्वासी फेडरल। अब नाउ इन सपोर्ट ऑफ इट, तब उनसे पूछा गया कि व्हाई यू आर रिमार्किंग the Constitution of India is a quasi-federal. In support of their argument, Professor K.C. Vere claimed about some provision of Indian Constitution. उन्होंने कुछ क्लेम किया प्रोविजंस के बारे में, और कहा कि in Indian Constitution there are so many provisions where the state is just like a subordinate to the union. कहा कि इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में बहुत ऐसे प्रोविजन हैं जहां पे ऐसा लगता है कि स्टेट जो है वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ यूनियन की सबऑर्डिनेट है. It is because of this reason I am remarking the Constitution of India is a quasi-federal constitution. The reason which he is to be given is that there are so many provisions in Indian Constitution which made it clear that the Constitution of in India, the state government is just working as a subordinate to the union government. Then what are those provisions? So he highlighted that there is a provision of appointment of governor for the purpose of a state in Indian Constitution, and this governor is to be appointed by the union, and state has no say in respect of the appointment of governor, and that governor is to be regarded as the constitutional head of the state. So since the state has no role in respect of appointment of governor, and the governor is to be appointed by the union, then here the state is just like a subordinate to the union. So the first provision which he advanced in their support of their argument that Indian Constitution is a quasi-federal is appointment of governor. Again, he also supports their view by referring the emergency provision of Indian Constitution. In Indian Constitution, they said that in Indian Constitution there is a three kind of emergency provision. First is a union emergency, and second is a state emergency, and third is a financial emergency. Means 352, 356, and 360. This talks about three kind of emergency: national emergency, state emergency, and financial emergency. And during that emergency situation, the union resume all power from the state. So by that emergency provision, it is to be clear in during the emergency situation, the state is just a subordinate to the union. So that I am calling Indian Constitution is a quasi-federal constitution. Now, point number 3 argument is to be substantiate that in general, the state is supposed to make law whatever is to be enumerated in state list. Union is supposed to make law whatever is to be enumerated in union list, and whatever enumerated in concurrent list, state and union both can make law. But there are so many provisions in Indian Constitution where the union is empowered to make law on state list. यूनियन जो है वो स्टेट लिस्ट के मैटर पे लॉ बना सकती है, and in order to substantiate this view, he referred the Article 249, Article 250, 252, 254, और इसको सपोर्ट करने के लिए in all these provisions, these are the some special circumstances where union can make law on a state list. So by that he is saying that there are so many provisions in Indian Constitution such as 249, 250, 252 and 254 where
LLB में क्या कोई बैच है? सी अभी भी LLB में
ठीक है. So there are so many provisions. Now at last he is refer the Article 3. Article 3 is where how the new state is to be formed in India, how the territorial boundaries within the India is to be get changed. So by referring Article 3, he says here the Parliament has a supremacy to change the territorial boundary of the state. Even the name of the state can be changed by the Parliament by law. It means the state has no territorial sovereignty, and in respect of that sovereignty, state depends on the union. So here the state is subordinate to the union. So by 4 things, he substantiates that the Indian Constitution is a quasi-federal, because in Indian Constitution we have noticed the provision of appointment of governor, where the state has no role, and governor is to be regarded as the constitutional head of the state, a constitutional head who is to be appointed by the union. So where the state is. The second is in Indian Constitution, we have a emergency provision under 352, 356, and 360, and during that emergency situation, all power is to be resumed by the union. And there, and in that situation, state is just a subordinate to the union. Now, so far as the division of power is concerned, but there are so many provisions such as 249, 250, 252, and 256. Here, the union can make law on a state subject, and 4, the state has no territorial sovereignty because the changing of the boundary of a state is depend upon the wish of the parliament, and parliament by law even change the name of the state. So by that provision, so K.C. Vere, by pointing out these provisions, K.C. Vere observed that no, Indian constitution is a quasi-federal constitution, not a federal. It appears like a federal, but predominantly they have a feature of unitary constitution. A quasi-federal constitution means those constitutions where it appears as a federal, but predominant features are unitary. So these are the two views. One view support it is a federal, and another view support it is a quasi-federal. So what you can conclude? अब क्या आप क्या conclude करेंगे? शांतनु, जल्दी जल्दी बोलिए, आप लोग तो पता नहीं चुप हो जाते हैं क्यों? घर में आप लोग हैं, हम लोग तो बाहर घूम रहे हैं।
यस सर।
हाँ, आप क्या कंक्लूड करेंगे रिगार्डिंग द नेट फॉर्म ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन? यू गॉट अ टू व्यू. फर्स्ट व्यू इज दैट इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज फेडरल because the Indian constitution satisfy all the characteristic of federal constitution. That is, we have a written constitution. By that constitution, power is to be divided. Constitution is to be regarded as supreme document, and there is an independent authority of the court. By that, तो एक view तो ये हो गया कि on that basis.
Yes sir.
And another view is given by the professor K.C. Vere. वो कह रहे हैं कि नहीं, इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जो है वो क्वासी फेडरल है, meaning thereby they have this constitution has appeared like a federal, but predominant features are unitary because there are so many provisions which where the state is just a subordinate to the union. What are those provisions, Santanu, which is to be highlighted by Professor K.C. Vere?
So that the residuary powers belong to the center, the national emergency provisions, the Federation of State for the reorganization of state, Article 3, and governor of state are appointed by the president. In Indian Constitution.
So by reading that provision, what you are observing इन provisions को पढ़ के आपको क्या लग रहा है कि यहाँ पे state जो है वो subordinate हो गई है किसकी?
Yes sir. सेंटर की.
सेंटर की मतलब आपको ये लग रहा है कि हाँ इमरजेंसी प्रोविजन में तो सारा पावर किसके पास चला जाता है?
यूनियन के पास चला जाता है सर.
यानी कि मतलब स्टेट नाम का कोई एग्जिस्टेंस तो होगा नहीं उस समय. तो बिकॉज़ ऑफ दिस
मतलब इमरजेंसी
इसी रीजन
जैसे इमरजेंसी प्रोविजन लगता है फेडरल सिस्टम ऑफ इंडिया आ जाता है.
फेडरल सिस्टम आ जाता है. जो फेडरल सिस्टम है वो टर्न हो जाता है यूनिटरी फॉर्म में. हाँ यूनिटरी फॉर्म. तो इसी के कारण जो है क्योंकि ये सब प्रोविजन इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में है, हाँ इसी प्रोविजन सब के कारण जो है वो केसी वेरे क्या कह रहे हैं कि नहीं इंडिया कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जो है वो फेडरल नहीं है, वो क्या है क्वासी फेडरल. तो आप किस व्यू को सपोर्ट करेंगे? इम्पोर्टेंट बात ये है क्योंकि क्वासी फेडरल हम नहीं कह रहे हैं और आप भी नहीं कह रहे हैं. कह रहे हैं आपको? यस सर, केसी वेरे कह रहे हैं. केसी वेरे कह रहे हैं. तो ऑलवेज टू बी रिमेंबर कि आप अपने मन से ये नहीं बोलेंगे सर ये तो इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज अ क्वासी फेडरल. तो हम बोलेंगे कि अच्छा संतनु ये बात आप अपने से थोड़ी कह रहे हैं, तो केसी वेरे कहा है. पर हाउ यू मतलब आप फिर बोलेंगे कि सर हाँ हम सेटिस्फाइड हैं उसके आर्गुमेंट से, आप ये बोल सकते हैं. तो आप क्या सेटिस्फाइड हैं?
हाँ सर, क्योंकि जैसा जैसा वो जो बताया प्रोविजंस जो हम लोग के पास है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का, तो वो कहीं ना कहीं सर मैच कर रहा है उनके बात से.
हाँ मतलब मैच क्या कहता है, मतलब है जो है तो उसको आप थोड़ी बोलेंगे मैच है,
हाँ
वो है।
वही सर,
तो लेकिन
प्रेजेंट
आप
है
क्या मतलब
हमारे
सेटिस्फाइड
कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन
हैं,
में।
आप इस बात से सहमत हैं कि हाँ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जो है वो क्वासी फेडरल है?
यस सर, आई एग्री।
I agree. And you remarked that the nature of Indian constitution is a quasi.
क्वासी फेडरल,
Okay. ठीक है,
फेडरल।
ठीक है। आप मतलब फेडरल वाला ओपिनियन में नहीं है, आप हैं क्वासी फेडरल। नाउ मानसी,
Yes,
what
sir.
is your opinion whether Indian constitution is a federal? Because you have noticed that we have two views. First view support that Indian constitution is a federal, and in that
Federal.
you are supporting sir,
Second
since
cause
our
federal.
constitution is written by that constitution is a supreme, and by that constitution is a division of power and independent authority of court, so that Indian constitution is a federal. The another view is a quasi federal, and in order to support we are giving so many provision by Professor Kosi where it is appeared that in operation of these provisions the state is just a subordinate to the union, so the constitution of India is a quasi federal. So what is your opinion, whether it is a federal or quasi federal?
Sir, quasi federal.
Okay, Mansi is also supporting quasi federal. The Mansi, you are agree with the argument as advanced by the Professor K.C. Ware?
Yes, sir.
You are agree, na? But quasi federal you are not saying, always to be remembered. It is saying by the Professor K.C.
K.C.
Ware.
Bear.
You are just agreeing.
Agreeing with the opinion.
Okay. Then Manisha,
Yes, sir, I also agree to KCBRA opinion.
okay. Then constitution is a quasi federal. Now Rakhi,
So quasi federal.
okay. स्वाति,
So,
हाँ आकांक्षा, आपका
what
क्या,
are the
आप क्या एग्री करेंगे वेदर इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज अ फेडरल और क्वासी फेडरल?
it is quasi-federal.
इट इज क्वासी
So,
फेडरल।
but एक क्वेश्चन था.
हाँ हाँ पूछिए क्वेश्चन
So,
आकांक्षा।
what are the main characteristics of unitary constitution? मतलब basic characteristics क्या होना चाहिए?
बेसिक कैरेक्टरिस्टिक यही है कि
Unitary
गवर्नमेंट,
के लिए.
हाँ हाँ बोथ, मतलब गवर्नमेंट आर टू लेवल बट द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट इज अ सबऑर्डिनेट टू द यूनियन, यही बेसिक है।
Okay, sir.
सबऑर्डिनेशन जहाँ पे ज्यादा दिखेगा वो क्या हो जाएगा, यूनिटरी हो जाएगा। मतलब जहाँ पे स्टेट जो है वो अपने से कुछ नहीं कर सकती है, तो सब बात में किस पे डिपेंड है, यूनियन पे, तो वो फॉर्म ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन क्या हो जाएगा, यूनिटरी। ठीक है स्वाति, आपका क्या ओपिनियन है स्वाति? आप भी क्वासी फेडरल को ही सपोर्ट करेंगे क्या?
हाँ.
ओके, मतलब मोस्ट ऑफ यू आर सपोर्टिंग क्वासी फेडरल, मतलब you are not defending your constitution, you are supporting a view which is to be given by the foreign author.
सर
हाँ सौरभ जी, आप बहुत देर बाद बोले हैं, बोलिए कुछ, आप क्या सपोर्ट करेंगे सर?
हम सपोर्ट तो क्वासी को ही करेंगे सर, बट एक आर्गुमेंट है कि फेडरल भी बोल सकते हैं, क्योंकि स्टेट जो है उसका स्टेट लिस्ट में जितना भी सब्जेक्ट आता है सिर्फ स्टेट ही उस पर लॉ बना सकता है, तो उसका सॉवरेनिटी थोड़ा तो लाइक करता है।
So now the first question, or most of you are supporting quasi-federal. So my first argument is that you are supporting quasi-federal by listening the view of Professor K.C. Ware, and from where this K.C. Ware make the view. अब आप इसे आप लोग जो व्यू बना रहे हैं वो किसको सुन के बना रहे हैं? प्रोफेसर केसी वेरे को बना रहे हैं सुन के। नाउ हाउ दिस पर्सन मेक अ व्यू, फ्रॉम वेयर ही गेट द सोर्स? इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है ना कि वो व्यक्ति ने ऐसा क्यों व्यू बनाया। Indian constitution is a quasi-federal because there are so many provisions under Indian constitution where the state is just like a subordinate to the union. So since the subordinate element is to be present in that provision so that so from where this Professor K.C. Ware make this view? What are the source upon which the K.C. Ware make this view? By comparing the Indian Constitution with USA Constitution. उन्होंने ये व्यू इसलिए बनाया कि उन्होंने इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को कंपेयर किससे किया? यूनाइटेड स्टेट ऑफ अमेरिका के कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, और बाय कंपेयरिंग विथ यूएसए कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ही सेज दैट since in America we have no such provision where the state union parliament can decide their boundaries of the state. America we have no provision of emergency. In America there is no provision of appointment of governor by union. It is because of this reason that Indian constitution has this provision, so the Indian constitution is not a federal, it is a basically a quasi-federal. Is it right to make a comparison with two countries, and by making this comparison we remark that Indian constitution is a federal one? अब इस पे हम लोग क्वेश्चन करते हैं, क्योंकि every country had its own political structure and own political process of development. Is it true or not? हर कंट्री का अपना पॉलिटिकल प्रोसेस होता है और अपना पॉलिटिकल प्रोसेस का डेवलपमेंट होता है. ऐसा होता है या नहीं होता है? हर कंट्री का पॉलिटिकल प्रोसेस सेम है. क्या?
नो सर, डिफरेंट है.
ऐसा होता है कि नहीं शांतनु?
सर फिर से अगर क्वेश्चन
डिफरेंट है. इंडिया का अपना पॉलिटिकल प्रोसेस है.
यस सर.
वेदर एवरी कंट्री हैड प्रोसेस से डेवलपमेंट हुआ है, इसी पॉलिटिकल प्रोसेस से डेवलप हुआ. ये while framing of the constitution, United States of America has a separate issue. While framing of India constitution, India has a separate issue, and these issues are depend upon their own political process of development. ऐसा होगा कि नहीं होगा? जब यूनाइटेड स्टेट ऑफ अमेरिका का कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बन रहा था तो वहां का पॉलिटिकल प्रोसेस ऑफ डेवलपमेंट डिफरेंट होगा इंडिया से कि नहीं? पॉलिटिकल प्रोसेस ऑफ डेवलपमेट होता है या नहीं होता है? और एवरी कंट्री इज सो फ्रेमिंग ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, फ्रेम द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इन ऑर्डर टू एड्रेस देयर ऑन पॉलिटिकल प्रोसेस. हर कंट्री का अपना पॉलिटिकल प्रोसेस ऑफ डेवलपमेंट होता है ना?
यस सर.
आवाज आ रही है ना आप लोगों को?
सर अभी आ रही है, बीच में कट गई.
सर अभी आया.
इस पॉइंट पे थोड़ा सोच के आइएगा. एवरी कंट्री हैज अ डिफरेंट पॉलिटिकल. ओके, तो हर एवरी कंट्री हैज अ डिफरेंट पॉलिटिकल प्रोसेस ऑफ डेवलपमेंट. व्हाइल फ्रेमिंग द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ईच कंट्री वांट टू एड्रेस देयर ऑन पॉलिटिकल प्रोसेस. ऐसा होगा या?
राजकुमार सर नहीं ले पाएंगे। टेस्ट करना नहीं ले पाएंगे।